Hello my fellow flames of Amethyst, and welcome back to another video. My name is the Amethyst Abrams, and today we are here with yet another Wuthering Waves video, and we're going to be discussing the backlash that 1.2 is currently getting before release. Now, it's not necessarily all going to be bad, because the trailer for 1.2 released a few days ago and it's had mixed reception. It's had mixed reviews on what people think 1.2 is and what it's going to be, and I'm going to break down what people are saying and what people are hoping for and what people are not hoping for, like what people are worried about. So if you enjoy my video, hit that like and subscribe button and leave a comment down below and tell me what you guys think of my take on this and what your take is on this. Also guys, 80% of my viewers that view my videos are not subscribed, so if you're one of those viewers that are not subscribed to my channel, I'd recommend going and hitting that subscribe button. We upload near enough every single day, and most of the time, 90% of the time, it's Wuthering Waves content. So if you want more Wuthering Waves content and you want to hear me rant on, talk and play Wuthering Waves, hit that subscribe button and leave a like on the video as well. Without further ado, let's get into this. So the trailer for 1.2 dropped a few days ago, and let me tell you, the reception of this trailer was mixed. I, for one, was also a little bit more on the positive side, but I do have my worries. But there is a whole can of worms that has opened here, because some people really are not happy with this trailer, and there's decent understanding. I have a good understanding why, and that is the fact that this is going to be a filler update. 1.2 is going to be a filler update, and let me explain why. So if you guys know, Genshin Impact has something every year called the Lantern Rite Festival, okay, where they do all kinds of events, all kinds of mini stories and mini games. And originally, when they first introduced the Lantern Rite event, it was a very fun and goofy and very good update and a very good addition to the game. It was an event that was once a year, every year, people enjoyed it, but over time, unfortunately, it's fell short more and more and more, and it kind of feels tedious. Whenever the Lantern Rite comes around, people kind of clock out and are not looking forward to that update, because usually it's just a character carrying that update with maybe one or two, maybe three at most events. So with this event, with this edition of Wuthering Waves, we have the 1.2 update, and it's called the Turquoise Moonglow Festival. Now, the Turquoise Moonglow Festival is introducing two brand new characters. We've got Gigi and we've got Zhang Li Yao. Now, we are not having a main story quest in this update. What we're getting is 2 new 5-stars. We're getting quite a few new events, like 5 new events, including 1 returning one. We are also getting, obviously, a free temple. We are getting what are we getting? We're getting like a new story quest, like Gigi's character story quest. But we're also getting a free 5-star that is Zhang Li Yao himself. One of the new 5-stars that is being introduced in 1.2, Zhang Li Yao, is going to be free. Now, I don't think that's a bad thing at all, but here's the thing. I knew 1.2 was most likely going to be a filler patch, especially when they announced Shorekeeper for 1.3. Now, here's the reason why. In 1.3, that is the update where we will be going to the Black Shores and we will be introduced to Shorekeeper, who is rumored, or at the moment, based on the information we have, the leader of the Black Shores organization, and we're going to be possibly seeing Camellia again. We're going to see Alto, we're going to see Encore, we're going to see many characters within the Black Shores, and that's probably going to happen within 1.3. And I kind of assumed after the drip marketing of 1.3's characters that 1.2's near enough all but confirmed to be a filler patch. But if you remember 1.1, we had Chang Li's story quest, and people received that quest very well. People loved Chang Li's story quest. People got emotional, people got excited, people wanted more of that kind of story. Now, if Gigi's character story quest is anything like Chang Li's story quest, I think it will be a little bit more forgiving at the fact that we're not getting a main story quest. I don't think it's important that we get a main story quest in 1.2. If anything, if it is a filler arc and it is a filler and it is a filler update. The fact that we're getting five events, one of them being returning, but we're getting 4 brand new events, one of them being multiplayer orientated about the tower defense game mode, which is multiplayer orientated, which is quite nice, which is very, very nice. But also at the same time, we are getting a new Depths of Elusive Realm. We're getting a new shiny variant of a new Echo, which is the Dreamless, which if you complete the new Depths of Elusive Realm, you'll receive the Dreamless. We're getting a reoccurring event. I can't remember the name of it though. The Ore, it's like, what's it called? I can't remember. Let me do some research here. What's it called? The event that it was, the Alloy Smelt number 2. So we're getting the sequel to the Alloy Smelt event. Now, I enjoyed the Alloy Smelt event, and some people also agreed with me that the Alloy Smelt event was actually quite fun. And the fact that we're getting a sequel event to that original one could mean new effects, new challenges, new circumstances, new conditions for those specific stages in those events, which is pretty good. But the meat and potatoes, the main big portion of this event is Gigi's character story, and also the By Moon's Grace fireworks event. Now, if you guys know Honkai's Star Rail in update 1.1 or 1.2, I can't remember which one, we got the museum event. Where essentially you create and build your own museum, and you basically promote the museum. You get attractions, you get popularity, you get money, you fund the museum, you do mini missions to basically to make your museum more popular, and to bring more attractions and basically new things to your museum to make it the most popular museum in Belobog. And there's loads of like rewards you get from it, and it was a very, very fun event. People really liked that event, me included. Now, we're getting the fireworks event, which is essentially the exact same thing. We're going to create our own sort of fireworks place, our own fireworks event in celebration of the Moonglow Festival. And you build your own fireworks shop and your own fireworks area. You promote it. You do missions to acquire new fireworks and new colors. You do missions for different characters already introduced and being introduced in 1.2. And essentially that is the main grit of the update. The big fireworks event for the Moonglow Festival and the Gigi story. Now, based on the trailer, I thought the Gigi story didn't look too bad. Okay, I'm not going to give away what it's about. However, I do think it's going to be a very interesting story. Whether or not it's going to be good or bad, I don't know. If it's anything like Yinlin's story or Chang Li's story, it's going to be good. It's about 1.5 hours to 2 hours long. Most of the time, those character stories are about 2 hours long. So 2 hours of story content. We're getting 5 new events. One of them being the Alloy Smelt sequel event. The second off is a new Depths of Elusive Realm. And third off is going to be the main overall event for this update, being the fireworks event. Now, this event is this update is bridging 1.1's epilogue, which is essentially the epilogue to the main arc we got in 1.0. That's what 1.1 story was. We had the main arc, the Threnodian arc in 1.0. We had the epilogue, which was 1.1, which is the aftermath of the 1.0 story, but also mainly about Jinshi, which with the introduction of Changli and Mount Firmament. And now this is going to be the bridge. This is going to bridge the 1.1 story to the 1.3 story, because in 1.3 we are being introduced to the Black Shores and the Black Shore characters, like Shorekeeper, and we're going to possibly see Camellia again. I have no doubt that Camellia is Part 2's 5-star for Part 2's 5-star for 1.3. Because usually we get 2 5-stars per event. We're getting a new 4-star with Yuwu or Woohoo, whatever her name is. But Part 2 is going to happen, and I guarantee it's going to be Camellia, since 1.3 seems to be Black Shore territory, which means we're going to get a brand new event. We're going to get a brand new story. We're going to be introduced to 3 new characters, 2 new 5-stars and the new 4-star. So essentially, people that are complaining that this is filler, I completely understand, because this is the second update and we wanted something big earlier on. The game has been out, what are we in now? We're in August. It's been out for 2 months, about 2.5 months. So obviously the second update, people would have wanted another banger. However, 1.3 I do believe is going to be the big boy update, the next big boy update after 1.1. So just be patient. I think my advice to people will be to just be patient and just hope for the best and just play 1.2, accept it for what it is. Granted, we might not have enough content to last as long as 1.1 did. However, I think Kuro is cooking up something good for 1.3 and 1.4. 1.3 being the introduction to the Black Shores, 1.4 probably a continuation of the Black Shores, and potentially a Geshu Lin teaser, which I'm hoping for. Wishful thinking, obviously, but that's what I'm hoping for. That is essentially what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for a Geshu Lin teaser by the end of 1.3 going into 1.4. But the point I'm trying to make is you guys don't need to worry too much about this being a filler arc, because I think this is going to lead into 1.3 very nicely, and I just think it's going to be a nice update, a nice laid back chilled update. I think the character story could potentially be very, very good. I'm interested in seeing who Gigi is and what she and what her story is and what her origin story is, and maybe it's going to be very gripping, maybe it's going to be emotional, maybe we're going to feel something for this character, which is going to make a lot of people want to pull for the character. On top of that, we're also getting a free 5-star in part 2 of 1.2 with Zhang Li Yao, so one of the brand new characters being introduced in 1.2 is for free, which is Zhang Li Yao, who is a gauntlet electro user, I believe. But yeah, I'm interested and I'm excited for 1.2. Do I think, could it be bad? Probably. It probably could be bad, because obviously it is quote unquote filler, but just because it is filler doesn't necessarily mean it's automatically shit. However, I can understand the reasons why people think it's going to be shit, okay? Because obviously if there is, why would you have filler this early on in the game's release? It's only the second update. Surely I'd say the first 2 to 3 updates after its launch should be bangers, but hey, I'm holding out for 1.3. Hopefully, depending on how this update is received and how this update feels and how this update is, will influence whether people will stay on for 1.3. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is just my take on what I think of 1.2. I think it's going to be quite fun for what it is. We've got lots of events. We've got one free 5-star on the way. We've got a new character story, which I hope is going to be as good, if no, near enough as good as the Changli and Yinling story quest, because they're really, really good. But I know 5 stars can't just carry the game alone, so I know it is a little bit underwhelming and a little bit disappointing. However, I'm going to give it a chance anyway, and I'm going to see what this update has in store. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like and subscribe button, and remember, if you're one of the 80%, I'd appreciate the subscribe. We are closing in on 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take it easy.